Join us for the very first IFL Live at London's Indigo at the O2, Sunday, August the 13th, with me, Kugan Cassius, and some very special guests. Eddie Hearn, Darren Barker, Johnny Fisher, and more. Tickets now on sale. So in the words of Eddie Hearn,
you get up, you dress up, and you fucking show up.
Oscar Bevis, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Delighted to be joined by Inder Bassi for the first time in a very long time. Good to see you, my man. How are you?
I'm all good, thank you. How you keeping?
Yeah, good, mate. It's my birthday tomorrow, so I'm in high spirits.
Oh, shit.
Congratulations on winning the Southern area. Is life different as a champ? Life different as a belt holder?
Do you know what? Everyone asks me the same question. You know, it's just another normal day. Listen, maybe in like 6 months or a year, something, I'll actually, wow, I actually done something. Do you know what I mean? But it is a good feeling. It is a good feeling. But another day, another dollar. Do you know what I mean? Every day, this is the first step on a long road, and I can't wait to keep climbing. I mean, I'm hungry.
Yeah, obviously, I know you'll cherish that belt and you'll cherish the first belt you've won as a professional. But do you
100%.
view it in a sense as a stepping stone? Because I know you're not a guy who wants to go, yeah, I've won the Southern area, that's me now.
Yeah. No, do you know what? It's a big thing for myself and my family, because the last seek to win that belt was over like 25 years. So to bring that belt kind of home, you know, for my community, for my family, for myself, it means a massive, massive deal. Like, mate, my granddad, he's over the moon. He's ecstatic. You know, he used to box in the 60s. He didn't turn professional, but my dad, my uncle, they boxed, but nobody turned professional. And then obviously nobody won a title. So to win a title is a massive thing. You know, it is, like, for myself, it's not so much, but for my family, when I see them, you know, talk about it, look at the pictures, watch the videos, it means the world to me. So I'd done I think just over 300 tickets. I had people come from across the country just to watch me fight. I didn't know who they were. You know, I don't really know them personally. I've never seen them, but they messaged me. They wanted to fight just to literally come see me box. You know, another Sikh, another Punjabi guy. They wanted to come watch me. You know, obviously I had my local supporters. You know, my friends, like people that I grew up with. You know, not all my friends are Punjabi. Do you know what I mean? Like I've got non-Punjabi. You know, all my friends, but to have people come across the country just to watch you fight, like, it's amazing. Like, them guys, some of them people live in Coventry. I sold like 20 tickets of people in Coventry, like Coventry Midlands. So they literally come down on a Saturday just to watch me fight, and they're shot back. Do you know what I mean? It means like the world. It's massive.
Yeah, well, you're clearly growing and you're clearly building something for your career. We know, obviously, we'll talk about the actual fight itself in a second. There's obviously been a response on IFL from Alfie's side. Before we kind of delve into the details, just kind of your, I guess, response to his first response.
Well, I mean, listen, I don't want to talk about him too much because he's mugging himself. If I'm honest, he's got no class. He's got no grace. You know what I mean? Win or lose, you got to be humble. You got to be graceful. You know what I mean? If you win, be humble. If you lose, be humble. So, you know, we'll see. But he's mugging. He's desperate for a rematch. He's desperate. But listen, the ball's in my court. So I don't have to give him, you know, I'll sit down when I get back. I'll speak to Martin, you know, my manager and my coach, and whatever he says, I'll do. I don't have to jump because someone else is trying to call the shots. It's desperation. You know, I'm not that guy to talk on social media, and he knows that. But yeah, listen, he's a sore loser. It's not even he's a loser. He's a sore loser. That's the difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you kind of view it as I know perhaps there might be a little bit more ill feeling perhaps between you two after the fight, but you kind of view it as him looking and wanting the rematch and nothing more? Like there's kind of no general hatred between the two of you. He obviously wants the belt. He wants another chance at getting the belt. So this is kind of his way of pushing for that fight, I guess.
Do you know what? I would make you right if it was a close fight. If it was a 10-round fight and it was close and, you know, it was 98, 97 or something like that. But it weren't. It was a first-round knockout. And I put him down with a jab. I put him down twice with a jab. Literally a straight jab down the middle. The video's on YouTube. So I'm like, just 2 jabs. So I think he's just a muggy guy. Listen, it's not personal. It never was personal with me. But I think it's personal with him. Do you know what I mean? I think like I said, he's a sore loser. I don't know. But it's not personal. I'm the champ. Do you know what I mean? I don't care about him.
Obviously, there's the clip that he's been posting on his story of when you slow things down, you can see that there's a bit of head involved. Do you just kind of look at that and think, I guess that's boxing when 2 fighters come together? It's never the tidiest fight in the world, is it?
a couple of things. The first is that I haven't watched his Instagram. I don't watch his Instagram. I don't check his stories, whatever. The first thing I want to say is the original cut that you got on his eye is a jab. Again, that's you can see that on the video. The original punch was a jab straight down the middle on his face, and the commentators called it. That's the first thing that cut his eye. A straight jab, nothing else. Then I put him down with. Then he stumbled with a jab. So I've cut him with a jab, and he stumbled with a jab. So he was already cut before any claim, and he was on his stumbling back before any claim of any cut or anything. I haven't seen the video, but like I said, that's boxing. Like you said, Terry, that's boxing. When I lost to Jack Martin, I broke my nose from a headbutt, and both eyes were cut. I still fought 6 rounds. I broke my nose in the middle of the second round, I think it was. So I still fought another 4 rounds with a broken nose and 2 cut eyes. I didn't cry about it. I didn't make IFL interviews after my fight. Oh, he done this, he done that. That's boxing. I've been cut before. Everyone gets cut. It's boxing. A cut didn't knock him out. A cut didn't put him on making full face first on the canvas. That weren't a cut. Bang his head on the canvas. That weren't a cut. That was a right double jab right hand. Like I said, I don't talk on social media. I'm not them guys to do all these interviews. You know, he was the one doing all the interviews before the fight. But what can he say? It's a double jab right hand, and like you said, it's boxing. It's not ballet. It's not football. You know, things happen. I've been cut before. I don't cry. I carried on with the fight. You can't sit there and hold on to something that you hope for a rematch. It don't work like that. That's not how life works. But I think his claim's nonsense, if I'm honest.
Yeah, in terms of the fight, we'll push that to the side now. In terms of the fight and the way it went, I guess obviously you didn't go in there thinking I'm going to knock this guy out in the first round. But was your plan always to be aggressive?
Yes and no. So me and my coach Martin, you know, shout out to Martin. He's helped me come along so much in the past sort of almost a year. I think about 10 months. But our plan was to sort of control the middle, let him do what we thought he was going to start fast. So our plan was let him do it once, but try and hold the middle, and then later round step it up. But like I said, the jab wobbled him, the jab hurt him, the jab cut him. So I jumped on that, and you know, when like I said, when you smell blood, you got to capitalize on it.
Yeah. In terms of Martin, and you said shout out to Martin, obviously an experienced head in the game. Not something I need to say. Everyone who knows boxing knows that. Is it just kind of nice now you've got that title as well to kind of have that, I guess, satisfaction of the move to Martin works, and this shows I'm going in the right direction.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. You know, Martin's so experienced, and he's one of the best people in the sport. You know, I've won the title now. I feel like, you know, I've kind of not earned his respect, but you know, I've something to say. You know, Martin, here's a token for your hard work, and like it makes me feel like I've progressed and I've come on a long way, and it makes Martin maybe feel like, you know what, we can carry on working together. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying if I lost, he would have said, "Oh, you know what, and you got to go," but it's like a token for your hard work. Do you know what I mean? That me and Martin have put in, and he's you know what? Forget boxing. He's just one of the best people. Like he's so positive, and he kind of instills positivity in not just me but everyone in the gym, and that's part of the reason why, you know, I feel like I've come along so far.
Yeah. And obviously you've got to enjoy life when you kind of have these milestones, etc. But I know fighters, what they're like. You would have been thinking very quickly about what you want to do next. A defense of the belt, I guess. Or you looking up? You might be looking up.
I don't know. Listen, honestly, I have no idea. It's whatever Martin says. I'll sit and speak to Martin. You know, I haven't really spoken to Martin about it properly. We speak almost every day, but I haven't really spoken about what's next. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you what I'm going to do. I don't know myself. We'll see. Listen, maybe move on. Do you know what I mean? That fight was an English title eliminator. So on paper, I should be entitled for an English title. Whether that happens is a different story. But you know, onwards and upwards.
Yeah. We know kind of the little niggles of admin can be a bit of a pain in the arse. And you know this. It doesn't mean
Yeah,
you walk to an English title fight, but an English title fight could be TV territory. That could be television territory on a Sky undercard on a English title is TV territory.
Massive. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. So the ball's in my court. I don't want to have a rematch. You know, if Martin says do it, I'll do it. But I don't want to dwell on something I've already done before. Do you know what I mean? I can move on forward. This could be like just like you said, a TV fight on an undercard of a big show, and I could be going moving on in leaps and bounds. You know what I mean? I don't need to stay where I am, kind of thing. You know what I mean? But let's see. Who knows? I'm excited for the future. I'm optimistic. The world's, like they say, the world's your oyster.
Join us for the very first IFL Live at London's Indigo at the O2, Sunday, August the 13th, with me, Kugan Cassius, and some very special guests. Eddie Hearn, Darren Barker, Johnny Fisher, and more. Tickets now on sale. So in the words of Eddie Hearn,
You get up, you dress up, and you fucking show up.